Hi, and welcome to another episode of Goal Mapping Success Stories. In this special edition, I'll be interviewing 4 inspiring people, short interviews, but really inspiring, on people from different countries around the world, helping young people move forward in their lives with goal mapping. Remember, 4 interviews, so when the first one finishes, the next one will start. I hope you enjoyed them. The work they're doing to help young people with goal mapping is absolutely fantastic. See you soon. Here's the interview. Wonderful to connect with you, Samira. So lovely. Thank you so much for making the time. I know just how busy person you are, and on a completely different time zone. And we've connected sometimes now over these last couple of years, and always enjoy hearing what you have to say. Have a lot of wisdom and a really big heart. But could you tell everyone who you are and what it is you do and where you
definitely. Well, that's an interesting question. I was born and raised in Iran in the year of revolution, actually 1979, and I've lived in 6 different countries. At the moment I live in Mexico. I've lived in of course Iran, Malaysia, Singapore, Netherlands, United States, and landed here in Mexico in the end. I've studied applied physics, polymer chemistry, and biomedical engineering in the past. My PhD, my doctorate degree is in biomedical engineering, and I've had an opportunity of doing a postdoctoral research at MIT. Since 2018, I've been appointed as a director at the Institute for the Future of Education, where we are working towards designing a future of education. And I'm also a research professor at the School of Engineering and Sciences, doing the science thing with my students as we're supposed to do.
Oh, wow. It's really, really impressive. And also congratulations are in order, because you're also newly certified with coaching qualifications.
Yeah, that is true. It was yesterday when I received my badge from International Coaching Federation. I've been working, of course, I started the coaching career with you, Brian, taking the goal mapping, and then moved on to other certifications, and then eventually decided to make it more official. So I've passed the necessary credentials and exams. And yesterday I was granted the badge of Associate Certified Coach, which is valid for the next 3 years.
Fantastic. And the reason why we're speaking specifically today is because when you contacted me some time ago, several years ago now, I was just so completely wowed by what you shared with me, that you were using, and it was before you knew of goal mapping actually, you were using Sound the Magic Genie to help children in a very specific way. So could you share a little about that, please?
For sure. I was a PhD student back then in Malaysia, and I was working as a volunteer teacher for United Nations. Even though United Nations provide a lot of support, but the conditions are not good. And those kids, the kids that I had in my class, they were from all different range of age and knowledge and background. So it was really difficult to facilitate something that's useful to them. So all I could do was essentially just giving them hope for the future, that their presence here in Malaysia is temporarily, and they have applied to different countries, and at some point they're going to move forward with a life that they deserve to live. And back then I was practicing English. Myself had a lot of problems learning and speaking English fluently.
You would never know. Your English is great.
Thank you. So Sound the Magic Genie was a book that I picked as a means for helping myself. And then when I went through it, my students and my people around me call me Sam. So when I saw the title of the book, I was like, okay, that'll be me. So I picked it up and I started reading. And apart from the English aspect of it, the story touched my heart so deeply. I told you that even in the frame of pandemic, I reread some chapters and I cried with the part of fear, because I felt how fearful we all are.
Yeah.
So I decided to take the book to the school. And every week after teaching some mathematics, some science, to read some chapters, and it was just so beautiful to see their eyes, you know, like those sparkling pieces of hope that I could see in their eyes, that they have the hope for the future to come. They have the hope for a success and for a life that's fulfilling. So it's been a wonderful experience, starting with Sam the Magic Genie, reading it to my students, seeing their reactions, even giving them the book as a gift for them to take in their life journey. And that's where I contacted you, because I looked you up and I was like, oh, wow, Facebook. Okay, let me just drop a message. I'm not sure if Brian is going to answer me, but let me just drop a message. And I was so grateful that you answered.
I get a lot of messages on Facebook, but yours was absolutely one of the best. And, you know, it just touched my heart to know that you were helping those students in that way. And just love what you just say, that helps to give hope. And if there is one gift that we can give that keeps on giving, it's helping people to find hope. And I've never been in a situation like the refugees. I've been in some difficult situations, but never like they face. So I know that having a hope that things will get better is just so important to help people through those tough times. So you're helping a lot of people in lots of different ways, and it's just super news to hear that you've got the coaching qualifications and work now on an international basis. What sort of breakthroughs do you think are most important for people when setting goals? And of course, there's many goal setting systems, not just goal mapping, but what do you think is most important about teaching people to set goals? And of course, in particular, young people, because that's a skill they then have for life and can use in many areas. But it's not age specific. It's something that some people only learn much later in life. And what in your mind is most important about learning that super life skill of goal achievement?
That is definitely true, Brian. And of course, we can learn and we can break free from the paradigms that we have in our brain, the limiting thoughts that we have about ourselves. So that can happen at any age, but of course, it's much helpful if we can do this at the very early stages in life, so that working with students, even at kindergarten level, there are some people who are investing at developing kindergartens where they teach students, or they teach children, that they can be good at anything they want, and they introduce this multiple discipline and areas where they can explore their abilities. In the frame of coaching, and particularly professional coaching, under the umbrella of ICF, International Coaching Federation, one thing that I've learned, which I believe in response to your question, is the most important thing to consider, is that every individual is fully qualified and capable of changing their future. And the task for us is to allow them to realize this, to come to this realization that, yes, you can do it and you can make this happen for your life, however you want it to look like. In the frame of this realization, goal mapping is a very important tool that I use at all different levels. I use it for students at undergraduate level, at master's, at PhD level, even at faculty level, professionals in executive or leadership position. What they do is they know where they want to get, but they don't know how to. Okay. They envision that, okay, that is the destination that I want to be in, but the surroundings is sometimes so crowded and noisy that there is no clarity. So what goal mapping does, and how we have used it, and how this is the observation that I've made from the feedback of my clients, is that goal mapping gives them the clarity, because through this system, they start envisioning, okay, if I want to be there, and if I want to be there in this time frame, then what do I need in me? What are the qualities that I have to take out and put them into practice? Who are the people by my side who can be my cheerleaders, who can be my supporters? What are the means that I can use in order to achieve this goal? And before any of this, what does this goal mean to me in the first place? Yeah. And that's a question that we ask very frequently in the coaching, standard way of coaching. What does it mean to you? What does it mean? How does it change your life? because the values that are up there in the goal mapping, those are the values, what holds value for me, which is individual, which is so personal to me, and they give purpose to my life. So therefore, I get up every morning full of good energies and have all the power in the universe to work towards what I want to achieve, because those hold value for me. So that is the power of goal mapping, in my opinion, that it brings all the pieces together and create a very clear roadmap. So after that, it comes to clarity. After that, they know, okay, this is how I'm going to get there. And all this requires is that they take the action. They take the action every day.
And as you said, life is changing so fast. You know, there is so much change now. And so learning how to set goals so we're finding our way forward through the change, it's just such an important life skill at this time. I think you're an absolutely super coach. You have a great natural wisdom to you because of your life experience and the journey you've taken. I can't believe you were saying that back when you first contacted me, you were still struggling with English. Your English is so good. I think you speak many languages, actually. How many?
Well, I do. I do speak English and Persian. Of course, Persian would be the mother tongue, and English is now the means for work and for. Sorry about the background noise. I do. In addition, I do speak Spanish because I've lived here in a Spanish-speaking country for past 6 years. I understand Turkish to a certain extent. I understand Bahasa Melayu because I lived in Malaysia for 6 years. So there are certain languages that I understand. Arabic, I understand very well because we've been taught Arabic since the beginning, but not necessarily fluently speaking those.
And if somebody would like to contact you to inquire, to work with you, I know that you're in the goal mapping coach registry and your profile is there, but is there some preferred way that you would like it if people want to contact you?
Definitely. I've created my own little business/brand. It's called Goal Mapping for All. I have, it's funny that even though it's my skills as a coach has expanded to much larger scheme, but still the name is Goal Mapping, right? So I can provide the email address is goalmappingforall@gmail.com, and also the Facebook page is under the same name, Goal Mapping for All. It comes with number 4. And so yes, that would be the way to contact me, but I'll be more than happy to provide more detailed information for you, for whoever would be interested to work.
Fantastic. I have one final question, which is, if you imagine that you had a microphone that would reach out to every child in the world, wherever they are, what message would you want to share with the children of the world for their future?
For the children, yesterday I've received a message from one of my students who is now in Harvard. She's doing her internship, and that Harvard thing was a big dream for her. And she said, Sam, am I crazy to think about my graduate studies from now? I said, no, you're not crazy. Dream big, dream wild. So that is the message that I would give to children, right? Dream big, dream wild as you can. But as they grow and they turn into adults, I would like to also give another message that perhaps could be instrumental to our lives. While we're dreaming big and while we're dreaming wild, it is important to remain open to the calling of the universe. Because I personally realize that sometimes my own dreams can limit me because I've had bigger opportunities that life presented that it didn't even come to my dreams. So that remaining open and flexible to the calling. So I would say, when I say dream big, it's more like developing a theme in your life where it's much, much bigger than just one dream, and allowing the life to co-conspire with you and help you to achieve that theme rather than specifics that could actually be even bigger what the life presents to you. So that would be basically my main advice to youngsters as well as the older ones.
I love that. Conspire with the universe. Yeah. Thank you so much for making the
Thank
time
you,
today
Brian.
to
It's
share
always a
your
pleasure. Thank
wisdom.
you.
No, bless you, my friend, for all the good work you do and for the wonderful person you are. I wish you very well for the future. I look forward to being
Thank
with you
you.
again soon. Take
Thank
care.
you. Thank you so much. I appreciate the time.
You're very welcome. Thank you. Hi, Felix. Thank you for making the time to connect today. I know you're really busy, and I think you're staying with relatives, and we've been in connection now for some years, and you've been working with goal mapping. Can we start by you telling everyone who you are, where you live, because we have people from around the world, and what you're doing with goal mapping, how you're using it.
Okay. Thank you so much, Brian. I appreciate this session with you. My name is Felix Iziomo. I live in Lagos, Nigeria. In 2005, I came across your book, Goal Mapping, through IIGL, International Institute for Global Leadership. I was fortunate to have that book because it was after my set, they stopped giving out those books. So I consider myself the lucky one to have that book. And I tell you the truth, since I read that book.
Was it this one?
Yes, exactly. I still have my copy. I still have my copy because I don't give it out to anyone. I don't. I tell them, no, you have to go get it. So since I came across that book, to be honest with you, it changed my life. It gave me a direction about goals, achieving goals. Okay, I've been hearing about goal setting, but I was curious. Goal mapping, what is this about? So goal mapping has helped me to achieve my goals. To be honest, again, in 2010, I mapped my first goal. My first goal was to get married in December 2011. I mapped that goal. I still have that goal map till now. Although I and my wife are no more together, but I still have that goal map with me because that was my first goal I mapped. And since then, I've been teaching. I have a non-profit organization, International Center for Leadership Development Nigeria. We empower young teenagers, especially teenagers from low-income families in public schools in leadership development, goal settings. But now we are using goal mapping because everybody is goal setting. But goal mapping is something new they've never heard before. And when you talk about goal mapping, they're always curious to know what is goal mapping. And since then, I've been teaching goal mapping to these young teenagers. And I target goal mapping for academic success because it has helped them to achieve their success in exams because they have the junior WAEC, which they call Beke, and the senior WAEC, and then also for Joint Admission and Matriculation Board, JAM, for their university entrance exam. And this goal mapping session has helped, especially during at the time we're having issue with color pens because they use their biro pen to map their goals with the right brains. So I reached out to you, Brian, and some other goal mapping practitioners who supported me with color pens. And
you get the color pens, I remember.
Yes, you sent it to me. I'm so grateful for that. And the color pens has really helped them. When they see the color pen, they map their goals in colors. They are so happy, and this is something that I'm really happy to do to young teenagers because they see it as every time they pray for me. And when they pray for me, I always say to blessings to Brian because Brian gave me the opportunity. And when they pray for me, yes, Brian, maybe I didn't tell you in last year, this year, I wrote my book last year when the COVID. I wrote the book Goal Mapping, the seven steps to fulfilling your dreams. I use your book as a guide. Then the worksheet, left and right brain to write the book. My aim is to print 20,000 copies to distribute to teenagers across Nigeria. And I have printed about 2,000 copies. I started distributing across Nigeria. So that participated in our leadership training in 2019 before the lockdown. I went there to give them the book. I was so happy when I heard that one of the senior students became the best the best student for the Joint Admission Matriculation Board exam. He became the best student. So they said the goal mapping helped him because he mapped the goals to have 9 A's in his WAEC and to pass his JAM with a total score of 380, which was Yes, 9A's in the and WAEC, the West Africa Examination exam. I'm honest with you, and I was so happy. They said the boy, and I said, I'm not surprised because I knew during the goal mapping session, the guy was happy to share his goals with other students. Same thing with Evans. Evans is a junior student for Becker. Evans, they said he won a laptop, a brand new laptop. Because I know Evans, I still have Evans go map a copy with me. Because I told him, yes, I'm going to follow up with you. I collected his dad number. It's not with the phone. And I'm so happy. Now Evans is in senior secondary school 2. You know, then he was in GSS 3. Now he's in senior. So I'm so grateful for what I'm doing to these kids because I see the changes Go Mapping has helped them. As a matter of fact, now I'm so going to focus on the Go Mapping rather than the leadership training because I see the Go Mapping as giving them directions of what they want to achieve in their life, especially for schools for academic success, which I call it 7 steps to achieving your academic succce. That's what I do.
You're such an inspiration, Felix, and you've helped so many students.
Yes.
And I know much of the work is charitable.
Yes.
I didn't understand that it was so difficult for you to get even the basic things like the coloring pens. And
yes,
so
it was.
when you asked that, it was a heartwarming moment for me to see the other goal mapping practitioners respond. It's one of the things that we're often taking for granted here in England and other countries that, you know, we have the coloring pens, but I see what a difference it's making to your students. How many students do you think you have helped now with goal mapping? I know it's quite some.
Well, in Nigeria, I have coached goal mapping in Imo State, Lagos State, Ogun State. Ogun State is just close to Nigeria, just close to Lagos State, Ogun State, and Abuja, federal capital, Abuja. So in total, I would say I've helped maybe 4,000, if I'm not mistaken, 4,000 kids. Yes, 4,000. I know it will be more than that, but I'm just trying to be specific. Now, 4,000. It will be more than that since 2010. 2011, 2012, I started fully with the organization.
Yes, and wonderful, the amount of people you've helped.
Sorry, and you know what I do with the colors you sent and other sent? I tell them when you are through, you return them to me because other students will still use it. So we try to manage the colors, you know. Yes, it's very, very good. Otherwise, I'll tell them next time you will not get the opportunity because you are not paying for it. So let other students benefit from this. So that's just it.
What do you think is the most important thing, Felix, about teaching goal achievement to young people?
Well, the most important thing, Brian, I'll tell you, you know, the young kids, they don't have direction, like goals, directions. So the greatest thing for me is this goal mapping, giving them directions, helping them to find their paths, to give them that goals that, oh, I have a goal, I can visualize my goal, I can visualize my dream, because some of them, they are from low-income families. Their parents don't give them the attention, they don't have the time, you know, and this is what I let them come to me, talk to me, whatever it is. I can help you with your goals. I might not give you the money, but I'll teach you who can help you achieve your goals and how you can have your goal. And Brian, sorry, again, I will tell you, I've been invited to Kenya to talk to some student. Yes, to some student in slum area. My ticket has been bought. My hotel has been taken care of. Just last week, I got the hotel reservation to take the kids on goal mapping in Kenya, in a slum area in Kenya, so to some students in Kenya. I will check the name of the school and I will let you know. So I'm very grateful for that opportunity. If not for you, I wouldn't have gotten this opportunity. And I'm very happy. I told the lady, whatever it is I can contribute to these kids, I will do that to make sure, yes, goal mapping helps them, because it's a drug and substance abuse initiative. So when you teach them, when you educate them, you coach them about drug, their goals, you help them deviate from going into drug and other substance abuse. So when they have a perspective of what they want to achieve in life, their dreams in life, they will stay away from drugs and other social vices.
I'm sure a lot of the people that are watching this are going to feel very inspired by the stand that you have made. And It was you that contacted me, and you were quite persistent in asking if I would help others with goal mapping. And I'm so pleased to have been able to help you. But I want to give all credit to you, Felix, because you were very much believing in yourself when you contacted me. And I'm really pleased that you did. I'm sure there's going to be people that would like to reach out to you. What is the best way that people can contact you? I know you have your profile in the goal mapping website. You're in there in the international directory. But is there some other specific way if people wanted to reach out to you, offer help, or ask, in fact, for a coaching session with you? What would you suggest?
Okay. Other ways, I have my email, I have my phone number, WhatsApp number. Then I'm on LinkedIn as well. On email, my email address is I'll put it on the chat box. isiyomo@icld.org. My phone number also, I'll put it on this chat box. I'm on LinkedIn, Felix Isiyomo on LinkedIn.
We'll make sure that we share those details with everyone, Felix.
Thank you so much, Brian.
I know that you're visiting family at the moment. I really appreciate you making the time to connect. I have one final question I would like to ask you, Felix.
Okay.
The question I'd like to ask you is this. If you had a microphone that could reach out to every child in the world, wherever they may be, in whatever country they live, what would you most want to say to the young people of the world about the future?
Okay, I'll let them know that life has no meaning. It is the meaning they put to it, they will get. They should use their time wisely, and they should set or map goals for their life. Goals has helped me. Goal mapping, goal setting has helped me to direct my path. So I'll let them know that they should have goals for their life. They should visualize their life, their goals, and have a dream they want to achieve in their life. That whatever it is they want to achieve, it is possible. They can do it because I'm an example for that. I want to be a certified goal mapping coach, a facilitator, and it came through Brian Main. So whatever you can achieve, just believe. Yes, just believe. That's just it. Sincerely.
Felix, you're an absolute inspiration. Bless you, my friend, for all of the great work you're doing. Thank you for making the time to connect today. I wish you all the very best for the future. Lovely to work with you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Merry Christmas. Bye-bye.
Merry Christmas. Hi, John. Thank you for making the time to connect. I know it's holiday time and you've been really busy and looking forward to taking a break and everything. So I really appreciate you being able to fit this in today. I'm just so inspired. I often see your posts on LinkedIn where you're helping young people. And I know you help young people in a lot of different ways. And it isn't actually that long that we've been connected and you've been teaching goal mapping. But you seem to have achieved so much already since you started. Could you let everybody know who you are, what it is that you do? You do some great things, and where you are, whereabouts in the world you are.
Hi, everybody. I'm John Alexander, and I'm the CEO of a local charity up in Dundee, in Scotland. It's Alexander's Community Development. It was set up basically just pre-COVID. So the February it was launched. In March we went into lockdown, but I'll tell a few different stories of that. I've also run numerous businesses. I'm the director of 4 different companies. One of them's been on the go for 20 years. Working with young people is kind of a passion of mine. It's trying to give opportunities. And my background is from the housing schemes. I left school with no great education, but I've achieved so much. And it's just to inspire other people that they could achieve everything that's possible. Just give them a wee bit of inspiration. And especially through everything that's happened with lockdown, I think if COVID has gave with anything, it's took people off the kind of rat race, the wheel, and they've stopped and looked at their lives and thought, maybe where are we going here with things? And so it's created a lot of opportunities. But Alexander's Community Development, it's a charity, and it was set up to deliver basically training and to disengage people, trying to get them back into school, also trying to give employability, but looking on it from basically an employer's point of view. We'll give them a lot of certificates that could get them right into the door, basically, of work. And I came across, Brian, I've been using goal mapping, I think it was late 2019, and I kind of thought to myself, this fits a puzzle to where I'm going with my ACD. So I was on a course, it was actually at the school through Derek, through Can Coaching. I'd done a program with him, and I came across Brian's the goal mapping system. Then I reached out to Brian, it was probably a couple of years ago, around about this time. Then I took it, and if everyone that comes on our program at ACD goes through goal mapping. We work with young people from 13 to leaving school. We also work with employability job centres with 16 to 25 and 25 to 50. Well, 25 plus. So,
and in which ways, John, do you think goal mapping is helping the young people you're working with?
to me, it's showing them that I try and I'm heavy, big on personal development of myself. And I think to show them is talking them through the system and saying, listen, everything that you want in life's here already. You have to set yourself targets, and we're going to make mistakes. We're going to, everything's, I think a lot of people put so much pressure on their shoulders that I'm on a diet or I'm doing this type of things, and they fail a little bit, but just trying to set them up, showing them a system that works. To me, it just gives them purpose. Life's, to me, is trying to create purpose with jobs that are meaningful. You've got to be happy. One of my sayings, Brian, is I live every day like a Saturday. And I think it just shows them, I think in our subconscious minds, we've been told, especially a lot of the disengaged or people who are having hard times, is that our negative thoughts are always chipping away at us. And it's to try and put them to the side and say, well, wait a minute, if I could consistently get up in the mornings, go through my goal mapping, and they start to see the change, the momentum grows. And I think it's just great for them.
You said something just now that made my ears prick up, which was about, because of the last 2 years with the lockdown and the restrictions, it's made people think deeper. And of course, I've been saying this quite a lot, but my focus has been on big people, that have been in a career some years, and the lockdown has come and it's made them think more deeply. And a lot of people are choosing to change their career, change tack. Many people are calling it the Great Resign. People are handing in their notice, changing career, or starting up their own work. Do you think that that same process has been there for young people? Because we often talk about people being on the treadmill, but I'd never thought about it until just now when you mentioned it, that young people probably also feel like they're on the treadmill sometimes with education, and their life is a bit mapped out, what they're going to do and where they're going to go. Perhaps the same dynamic has happened for young people. Are you seeing that at all?
I think, Brian, totally. I think from when I was growing up, and it's a different young person nowadays, but we talk about when we grew up, the berries, the things that we've done were hard times, but it's just a different young person, and we've got to adapt things to suit for the young person of today. And one of my things is, to me, education and a lot of the systems are broken. And I'm not meaning that in a bad way, Brian. And some teachers or political people kind of, well, I don't think it's brilliant. I'm saying, well, if something was written 40 odd years ago and we could make a vaccine within a couple of years and we're doing all these type of things, surely we've got to rewrite the things, because if it was written 40 odd years ago, then it's no fit for purpose today. And I think it's just adapting. And I touched base on when I started ACD in the February, employed Cara and another chap. Within the March, I closed the doors because of the COVID. I quickly started helping food banks, and this was never meant to be a part of ACD. We'll quickly become the distribution centre for Dundee. Dundee City Council, we formed a partnership, and up to date, we delivered £1.4 million of food that Dundee City Council have purchased. We deliver it to 27 food banks. But again, that was opened my eyes because I thought there was so many people needing help, and it was actually clear is that no, working families are needing help. People are struggling. And the cost of living right now is through the roof. And the minimum wage, the living wage, it's nowhere near it. We need to be up over £10, £12 an hour because it's very difficult for people to work on this. And this is how jobs we purpose to me are. And if we're going to study them, we need to education. I know everybody is academic. And I think we need to look at the school system now is that if we've got a young person in second year that isn't going to be academic, well, let's stop putting the parents, the teachers, and everybody through the battle trying to get them to school, or the parents struggling and getting disciplined, or I think there's laws in England. Let's now create a system where for 2 days or 3 days they could go and work with something. If they're good with their hands, they could work with businesses, because every business right now is needing staff. And it's no rocket science, is that let's pair them up. And to me, every business leader has a duty to invest in young people in any sector.
You said something just now that again sparked a thought in me, which was that, you know, if there was a program that was created for education 40 years ago, it's time to relook. And I saw a documentary a little while back from a professor with Harvard University. And what he was saying was the escalation of technology is so fast now that with artificial intelligence and robots, they are going to do the jobs that at the moment 10 million people are doing. And over the next few years, 10 million jobs that exist are going to disappear because artificial intelligence and robots will do those jobs that people are doing, and people will need to find other jobs. And the killer line he delivered was, he said, our education system is equipping our young people for a world that will no longer exist. By the time they get to working age, what they're being prepared for is all going to be different. And it just reinforced for me the importance of teaching our young people how to achieve goals, because if they know that, then they can move with the changes. They can find the opportunities with change, and they can change their own career or work and focus. And I think it's just such an important time and so valuable, the work that you're doing.
Brian, as well as you, a lot of young people, as well as at 15 we don't know the path we want to go on. We're not too sure at it, but if we could get core skills that are going to work in, well, whatever path we do choose, we've got a lot of core skills that will meet into these. And to me, that's, and say, my son was disengaged from the education system. I say I've worked with schools in 2003, but I had to take a different approach with my son. And I've worked through off-site education with him, and it just wasn't for him, And he now works at one of the food banks distributing food with my dad. And I was down there speaking to the teachers there at the off-site education, and they says, well, he's not going to leave John with anything, but he's outside communicating, he's speaking. He's a very charming young boy. Hopefully he doesn't hear this and I'll not tell. And I kind of thought to myself, well, Brian, it's better him being out than being in his room, because teenagers now, they're in the rooms, they're playing on the consoles 24/7. And I suppose it's your duty, because technology is just all around, but to try and get them away from it, try and make time for their family, because we'll get caught up. I'd get caught up myself personally in business a lot, and it's trying to take a step back and say, well, we'll come home, laptop closed, it's some time for your children now, instead of putting everything else forward. And it's hard to do,
Yeah. My children had just been to stay with me, and I had to be really strict on myself not to get sucked into work. It's such a busy time, and especially trying to get wrapped up. They were only here for a few days, wanted to make the most of those days. For me, it's just one of the most wonderful feelings when you can help someone achieve a goal. And I think helping young people achieve a goal is probably the best feeling of all. And a last question for you, John. If you had a microphone that could reach out to every child in the world, no matter where they were, in whatever country, what message would you want to share with the young people of the world about the future?
I've had a microphone. I would say believe in yourselves. Believe in yourselves. Life's short. We've got to live it. Go out there and just be yourselves. Be yourselves and speak. And to me, manners and just speaking and integrating with people. And that's where giving, to me, the feeling is giving somebody time or just even acknowledging person, whether it be a stranger or no, and that sets a buzz in me and is seeing the young people achieve, but believe in themselves, say, well, we could achieve anything we want to do, we could achieve it.
That's great advice. John, it's been an absolute pleasure to connect with you and to hear what you're doing. Often following you and seeing your posts, really inspiring stuff.
Right, it's been a pleasure to. I think it was it was meant to be. I came across the system, and it's another part of the jigsaw that fits dramatically into what I do. And to me, it's the more people I'm putting through. We've now went on the framework to try and get into schools, but I believe any to me it should be delivered in schools. We should be doing goal mapping all the time.
Thank you, John.
You're welcome,
my friend. All the best with the work you're doing.
Have a lovely Christmas, Brian and Vicky.
Thank you.
Enjoy. Cheers.
Hi, Martin. Thank you so much for making the time to speak today. And it's really good to connect with you again. I've been so inspired looking at the great work you do over the time we've known each other, a few years now. And so could you share with everyone watching who you are, where you are, and what it is that you've been doing with goal mapping and your other great work as well, please?
Yes, thank you, Brian. It's always a pleasure talking to you and connecting with you as well. Yes, my name is Martin Hahn. I'm originally from Austria, not Australia. Sometimes they mix it up with Austria. But since more than 5 years, I'm living in Cameroon in Africa. And the reason is because we have built a school here in Cameroon through our non-profit organization. It's not a regular school, which we know we are more focused on the talent and on the purpose for the children, or what everybody from us got, and as well the children here got as well, so that they can develop their talent, find out their purpose, and through our help live it out when they're bigger and grown up as well, to make a living with their purpose as well. So that's our main focus here, to strengthen them and equip them as well. And yeah, goal mapping is a huge part of it, because it changed my life. I know goal mapping more than 9 years now. It's quite a journey since then.
I remember when we first met.
Yes, I would have never dreamed of to be here in Cameroon, in Africa, to live here, and as well to work with children. That was far off, never in my plans. But through goal mapping, through setting the goals, it's helped me to find that purpose, and it's definitely one of my reasons to be here on Earth. To help children, to strengthen them, to equip them with tools like goal mapping as well. So it's goal mapping is part in our curriculum in school as well. And I'm not only being here in school in Cameroon, I also write children books to inspire the children, give them life tools, tools for their life. So, and that's mainly in Austria, in Germany, in Switzerland. I also do workshops in schools, mainly with goal mapping as well.
And we have more and more people using goal mapping in those countries, and people teaching goal mapping there. If there are people that would like to contact you, support you, or want more information on your work, what is the best way for people to contact you? I know you're in the goal mapping coach profile in the goal mapping online, but is there a preferred way you would have people message you?
Yes, we have a website. It's mainly now in German, but it's a little bit translated in English as well. But you find the contact details on our main website, happy-kids.com.
Yeah,
I was thinking
happy-kids.
yeah.
And we will put the details up. And you have 3 books that you've written for children, Martin.
Yeah, 2 I was co-author as a
Okay.
co-author. One we made a project in our organization as well that we help other authors as well. Yes, and the 3rd book is about to be published as we're recording that video now. So
Okay.
by 2022 it will come out. It was a huge project as well. It's also about finding your talents, your dream as well, and it's like the step before, or the first step in goal mapping, where you dream about. This book will help the children, or also big children, of course,
Yeah.
to find out what's their dream, what's in their heart,
The big
what's
why.
their purpose, and that's
Yeah.
the big why, exactly. So that's soon coming out with amazing illustrations. I'm so excited myself to have it soon.
I can see the happiness, and anything we can do to help share the word about your work and your books, we'd be very happy to do that. What do you think is the most important thing about teaching goal achievement to children?
First, that they're aware of that that they have to set goals, and that's, I think, the most important part. It's not about too much what the goal is for the child, but it's getting into the process of setting goals, especially for the young children. Mainly I'm working with children between 8 and 10 years, sometimes even younger, and they don't really know what they want to do in future. They don't have that big dream. Sometimes they have, but not always. But it's just a process. That it's getting a habit to setting goals and to draw out. And by time, like with myself, I was setting goals. I was with goal mapping, and by time I have my purpose. Yes, you have to start. It's not too much. What goals they're setting, but it's good to teach them. Otherwise, they get somewhere in life, like the most people, where they don't want to get, and to end up somewhere with 50, 60 and saying, okay, that was not my plan for my life. So, and the children, can let me say, do it better. That they get early on the right path for their life.
Yeah, because it is a real life skill. It will serve the whole life. And if we're helping them learn it young, it's such a powerful thing. So let me ask you one final question. I know you're very busy and it's also holiday season. If you had a microphone that would allow you to reach out and speak to every child in the world, wherever they are, whatever country, and what message would you want to share with the young people in the world about the future?
That's a big question.
Yeah. And I didn't prepare you.
That question you didn't speak before. Yes, that's true. No, it's to follow your heart, to listen to your heart.
Listen to the heart.
You have everything. Yes, you have everything inside you. You're here for a reason. You're not by mistake here in this world, on that planet. So it's to learn to be quiet, to listen to your heart, and with the tools like goal mapping, go your way. But it's always to connect with your heart, to listen closely. What's in you, because everything is inside you.
That's a beautiful piece of wisdom.
Find out.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you, Martin. I wish you lots of love and blessings and all good fortune with your great work that you're doing with the school and helping so many in different countries. It's really inspiring, my friend.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure.
Very Merry Christmas to you. Take care.
Same to you. Thank you.
Bye-bye. I truly hope you enjoyed the interview and that it inspires you to go create your own goal map or update an existing one. Goal mapping works. It works so amazingly well that it's now reached more than 5 million people around the world, helping people in so many ways. I am just amazed by the things that people achieve with goal mapping, helping students to gain greater grades, helping people to pursue their dream career, change their career, in many cases end their career, follow a passion, find their purpose, start their own business, and to live a freedom lifestyle. Whether that's helping people to lose weight, get fit, or sportsmen and women to win medals, become champions, even world champions. People are finding their dream home with a goal map. They're creating a future financial freedom, and it's helping them to live a freedom lifestyle. Whatever your dream, goal mapping can help you to achieve it. And the more you work with your goal map, the faster it helps you to achieve your dream. If you haven't already created your map, please go and do it. It's creating the map that works the magic. And if you already have a map, update the map, because the more you work the map, the more the map is working for you. If your goal map is on paper, please go create a digital goal map. It is so much more powerful because you can update your map and give extra detail and insights, action plans and to-do lists that help you step by step to achieve even your biggest goals. You can create your goal map online for free at goalmapping.com. Upgrade, become a gold member, and you'll be invited into the new VIP Gold Lounge, where every month I'll be sharing inspiring interviews of success stories with goal mapping. And also, of course, you'll have access to the monthly Golden Opportunity workshops and also access the recordings of all the masterclasses I run. You'll be welcomed by a great supportive community of life-lifting people that are like-minded and heart-centered and want to help each other to live their goal maps and achieve their dreams. I even have specialist coaching couch rooms where you can go share your goal map and get feedback and help from others in how you can move forward towards the success that you desire. You can try the gold level membership and enter the new Gold Lounge and create multiple goal maps for just 1 month if you wish. Try it, you'll like it. And if you decide to go all in and make a commitment to achieve your greatest dreams on a yearly membership, it's just £7.50 per month. That's the price of a couple of cups of coffee. Whatever you choose, I look forward to being your guide on the inside of the Gold Lounge and helping you, together with the super supportive community of life lifters there, to achieve your greatest dreams. See you soon.